That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a pickup of 8 yards to move him into a 3rd and 13 here. From the gun on third, Watson finding fouls complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson taking it in. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A shotgun give to Fournette. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And the offensive unit now for the Jaguars.
And here comes Leonard Fournette, the big, and I mean big, tailback out of LSU. When he takes the ball inside, people make decisions about whether they want to tackle him or not. And he has enough speed to get to the perimeter and outrun defensive backs. When he puts it all together, he makes the Jaguars' offense very difficult. And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Hyde. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Here's Foles. That is caught at the 7. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars.
Wide receiver, and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end. You resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Watson, throw left side, complete. It's Fuller. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him.
And he will have a touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Fournette running out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Up to make the stop, the Texans' leading tackler a year ago, Zach Cunningham.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Foles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On second down, here's Fournette. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now Foles. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down. Watson and the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Flushed out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And now running right through it. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. On second down now. It's Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Jags and Leonard Fournette making their way onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out, and the Texans scoop it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Josh Allen showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And that'll make it 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook there to make the grab, as his guys are back within a single score. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Falls pass complete to number 12, D.D. Westbrook. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Lambo on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 4.
Makes the score Texans 20. Jaguars.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. First down, a run with Hyde.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He's going to fire this thing deep right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Deshaun Watson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And got his man complete. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Fournette on the counter. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 56 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Again, it's Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Over the middle, it's Fells. Look at the big man rumble. Past the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic 1st down.
They'll come out in the pistol. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First, and he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson taking it in. And the Texans push further out in front. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 3, guys. Here we go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run with Fournette. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette with now his second touchdown of this third quarter as his guys are back within a single score. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. On first down, it's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing. But there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp. We'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout. And as long as he stays healthy, he's going to pitch it around the park a bunch. Don't be surprised if he gets a little love, too. I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Back to throw, Watson, flush to his right, and incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away, but that brings up 4th.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a
4
game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 44, Foles. This one complete over the middle to O'Shaughnessy. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Check, 41.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Angelo Blackson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
He'll drop to throw. Throw right side of the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. Back now in Houston. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. Foles going to come up now, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lee. And the stop will come inside the bound. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Now Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, the hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Eluding the pressure right. Still on his feet. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up third down. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. To throw is Watson. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Deshaun Watson so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 44, Watson.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson, option left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 26 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The Jags and Leonard Fournette making their way onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Watson now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Keep playing.
Gearing up for their next possession, Nick Foles and the Jags. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Foles. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. On the run, it's Fournette.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was...
And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2.
And now out comes Houston. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 6 there on first. Now Watson, flushed out right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. His throw incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Flush to his right. Shoves him away. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. second down. It's Johnson, and now running right through him. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. 3 for 3 so far, and a 4th would win it. And this one is right through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.